Hello Earthlings, it's Joe here, and the next episode of Career Mode, everything just kind of went to hell. We start off in Azerbaijan, we get a relatively good start on the grid. We didn't make Q2 due to changeable weather during the qualifying session, but I was just thinking, you know what, let's make the most of this. We've got a free tyre choice. We nip up the inside, we're up to 15th already, having a look at Grosjean now to take 14th and 13th. And then a couple of cars were braking really early there, so I thought, you know what, I'm taking advantage here and moving up to 12th. We had Stroll, however, having a little bit of an objection to that, but we held our line and we would eventually keep the place. And then next up, obviously, we were targeting Kvyat for 11th, and we were getting very close to him. We caught the rest of the pack as well, and I'm thinking, you know what, we got a good chance of some good points here. So I have a look up the inside here, wanting to get past him as quickly as possible. That was the move done. Clean as you like. Next up, Hulkenberg. And we were hoping to dispatch him as quickly as possible. We got to the end of the straight. Hulkenberg bottoming out massively. And we were able to catch up using slipstream, but very late braking caused me to go wide. And Kvyat clipped my wing there, so we've already got a bit of a damaged wing. But I thought, I'll leave it for now. Let's see if we can race with this. And once again, we now go to wheel with Kvyat. I'm trying to hold it around the outside, but I've gone in too quickly. I've locked up my tyre and I've gone straight into the barrier and damaged my wing even more. But I'm still racing Kvyat. I'm still racing him quite hardly because we wanted that position. I wanted to see if I could just maybe hang on a few more laps, given that I was on super soft tyres. And we got Stroll on the inside, and I've nudged Kvyat. I've got Stroll still alongside me as I'm trying to avoid Kvyat, but unfortunately that ended that. My wing was completely gone and I had to pit, and that was me basically stone dead last with everything to do, hoping for a miracle. So I tried not to get too disheartened. I thought, you know what, I'll carry on. I will carry on. And it would be a few laps before anything else in this race would happen, but Magnussen then pulled out of the race. His day was done. We didn't get any virtual safety car, and then it was another couple laps till we saw another car of Van Dorn, and just demonstrating how slow the McLaren Honda is, because we've just caught him on the length of the straight from being about a second and a half behind. We've gone up the inside, we've taken the place off Van Dorn, and that is nicely done. Next up, Wehrlein. We're already up to 13th on account of everybody pitting, and by the time we actually make our pit stop, we've gone quite quick and we've moved ourselves up into P14. So that's not too bad at all. We will take that for now and see if we can push hard and maybe get close to the points. Now I've noticed it's starting to get a bit darker here, and there is rain forecast, and I've dived up the inside. I can be out there. A very brave overtake, and one I needed to make. Now we're up to 13th. Next up, sorry, I passed Sainz there. Kvyat's next. It's very tricky to read the screen and commentate at the same time, but now here's Kvyat again, as it does start to get that bit darker, diving up the inside, and again another move round a place that is becoming my favourite overtake round there. Next up is Max Verstappen. He might be a bit trickier to pass. Ooh! Kvyat there, trying to send one back up the inside of that corner. And there just is not room for two F1 cars there. So he went round. Now we're trying to catch Verstappen. He's catching teammate Hulkenberg, so there is a potential point up for grabs for us here. So it's not an entire loss just yet, but the rain is now starting to fall, and we've got 4 laps left of this race. Verstappen is catching Hulkenberg, so we could be on for a point if we can pass them both. Actually, we only need to pass one of them now because Bottas is out of the race. As you can see here, that Mercedes just grinding to a halt. That car is literally going no further. So now on to Verstappen. We've got very close, and I was taking a very opportunistic look there. Unfortunately, that's really compromised my run out of the corner, and Verstappen's been able to get that gap up. And I think at this point, he's still just a little bit too far ahead of me. I've gone for a risky dive there, despite the slippery conditions, and it just didn't happen. And now Verstappen is alongside Hulkenberg. This could be my one and only shot while those two are racing. So I really want to get past Hulkenberg quickly. I'm going to take a look up the inside here, and that will be that move done. Next up is Verstappen. There was a bit of contact there between the two Renaults. I understeered into him on the wet circuit, and Verstappen at this point just too far ahead, and I did not want to risk the car any further. So we bring it home in 10th, which not fantastic, but given the crash at the beginning of the race, that's just a result I'll have to take. The next race up in Austria did not go much better at all. I made a couple of mistakes, lost my wing, and eventually it just got too much for me. There is a bit of a live commentary in this from now on, but there you go, me celebrating 10th place finish at Baku. So here we go then, the Austrian Grand Prix. We are on the grid, starting 11th. We did qualify 6th, but we've got a penalty. What can we do now? It is lights out and away we go here in Austria. And Stroll has just completely bossed me off the start there. I'm taken to the outside, trying to avoid another car. And that could not have ended well. It didn't end well. And then Sainz giving me a little tap. We're down to 14th place. We've got Grosjean up my inside now. I'm trying to kind of scare him out of it, but he's got the move done. So we've really not got away there at all. Magnussen just almost running me out of the way. I'm took to the outside. I'm off the road, trying to come back on. Magnussen's in the way. And that is really not the start we wanted there. Down to 14th. That is a miserable, miserable start. Down the inside of Magnussen. Oh dear. Oh, that was something we really could ill afford. And yeah, that's going to be a pit stop, I think. That is another mistake round there. We're not even catching Van Dorn by that much anymore. He was dropped out of the race, I see. Oh! And that was a massive mistake round there. I got caught up in looking at Vettel being out of the race. Oh, this race has just gone to hell for me. Let's have a look at what happened there. Just gets to the point where you stop giving a crap. I just got a big tank slapper on him. Okay, you know what? Retire from session. I'm done. Sorry guys, binning this one. I'm hoping for better in Silverstone. I'm not optimistic. I'm hoping for better in Silverstone. Let's hope that brings us a better race, but that one just brought me nothing at all. And eventually I just lost it and rage quitted. I wouldn't normally condone doing that, but human frustration. And we have dropped down a couple of championship positions after a couple of dismal races. We've literally had just 1 point in 2 races, and with that our point scoring streak has come to an end. Sorry guys. Hopefully we can come back stronger at Silverstone, but until next time, it is goodbye from me. Cheerio guys.